Okay.
I'm gonna be there, you check.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test 1, 2.
Kau tekan balik tu benda?
Test 1, 2.
Dah. Ada. Okey. Ada. Tapi pelan lah. Kau naikkan aku ke level nombor 3?
2, 3, 4.
Oh, kau tukar? Okey, boleh.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test.
Okey, kau naikkan level?
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sebab
Five, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 2. Test 1, 2. The one fucking way. Semua on already. 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two. You got another cable to try? Test. 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 You all want to plug in? 1, 2. Can? One, two, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, test. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, test. 1, 2, test. Test, check. Test, mic check. 1, 2. You guys okay? 1, 2, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is. Test 1, 2. Check your thing first before you putting in. Test 1, 2, 3. Test. Test 1. Test. Test. Test 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. Yes. F. You need to check your level. I should have standing one. Okay, I got it. Check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Good, huh? All right. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing.
Hey, no here already, huh? The team all here already, huh? Okay, where are they? On the other side. Stay safe, huh? It's okay, huh?
Good evening, Sembawang families and friends. Selamat malam kepada anda semua yang berada di sini.
I'm Sally and I'm happy to be here with all of you.
Dan juga saya sangat berbesar hati kerana telah dijemput sekali lagi untuk bersama-sama anda di sini.
We know times have changed. The world moves faster than ever and challenges come from every direction. But tonight, we stand together and hope in our hearts and a shared belief that united, we can build a better future.
Wow, can you hear the roaring coming from all the residents here? Can all of you give a round of applause to yourself for coming down here even though it's heavy rain, but you guys still make time for all of us. Please give a round of applause to yourself. Thank you so much. I believe all the residents, hello, hi, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for hearing. Thank you. Gosh, wow, the environment here, my God, it's so nice. Okay, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Diana, nama saya Diana dan teman saya, and she is?
I'm Sally.
Sally, pretty, right? Is she pretty? Pretty, right? Okay, I think we should carry on right now.
So, Sembawang, where are you? Please join me in welcoming our esteemed candidates from Sembawang West and Sembawang GRC. Minister Ong Ye Kung, Sembawang GRC.
Beri tepukan yang paling gemuruh untuk Mr. Ong Ye Kung.
Miss Poh Li San, Sembawang West SMC.
Beri tepukan yang gemuruh untuk Puan Poh Li San.
Mr. Vikram Nair, Sembawang GRC.
Beri tepukan yang gemuruh untuk Mr. Vikram Nair.
Miss Mariam Jaafar, Sembawang GRC.
Dan yang terakhir, Puan Mariam Jaafar, Kakak MJ.
This is a great moment for a group photo. So let's get the cameras ready. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all turn to the cameras and give the brightest smile and wave to capture this special moment. Wonderful, thank you. You may now take your seats.
Thank you so much. And now, we shall invite, and please, let's give a warm round of applause for our first anchor candidate from Sembawang GRC, Mr. Ong Ye Kung. Berikan tepukan yang paling gemuruh untuk Tuan Ong Ye Kung.
Dear friends, residents of Sembawang, Woodlands, and maybe all over Singapore, good evening. Today I'm here to support Miss Poh Li San. She will tell you what she has done over the last 5 years. She will tell you about her plans, her aspirations, and her conviction for Sembawang West. I will speak first tonight. I'm sorry, after my speech, I will have to leave first to go somewhere else to help out with my other comrades contesting in other constituencies in Singapore. So I seek your understanding. Let me start my speech with a few policy responses. 2 nights ago, I interrogated SDP's healthcare policy, and their healthcare policy is what you call a single-payer system. Actually, very few people know what it means, but it's the centerpiece of Professor Paul Tambaya's policy proposal for healthcare. In a recent podcast, Professor Tambaya said he desired to be health minister. So it's all the more important for us to understand what his policy means. This is how it works. Today, if you go to a hospital, the bill is paid in 3 ways. Number 1, government give you subsidy. Number 2, you claim from health insurance, which is the MediShield Life. And thirdly, you use your MediSave. So it's like a stool with 3 legs, and the system is stable. The SDP say single-payer system. That means you chop off 2 legs, leave only 1 leg for the stool. It's not unusual. Some systems in the world start off like that. I have been asking the SDP which 2 legs you want to chop off. From what Professor Tambaya has said over the last couple of days, they want to keep that 1 leg, which is called health insurance. And Professor Tambaya said this insurance will be bigger than MediShield Life because it covers, MediShield Life is designed to cover subsidized healthcare in public hospital. He said the SDP plan, the health insurance also cover private hospitals. After all this, I'm not sure you understand what this policy is about, but let me help you understand what is the implication on you. First, no more government subsidy. If you ever go to a hospital to seek treatment under this SDP's plan, you need to pay the whole bill. There's no more government subsidy. So your whole bill, how do you pay? You pay by claiming insurance. What will happen to the premium of the insurance? It will go high, much higher than MediShield Life premiums today because now the insurance must cover the whole bill. Then, actually, it wouldn't just be high, it will be very high because the SDP insurance scheme also cover private hospitals like Mount Elizabeth, like Glen Eagles. You like it or not, whether you want to go or not. He said the insurance plan now cover private hospital. Then it can go even super high. Why? Because once you claim everything from insurance, you have a buffet syndrome. What does a buffet syndrome? You pay the restaurant 1 time. After that, you eat as much as you can. Pay already, might as well eat. It happens in healthcare all the time. When you say insurance already pay, so can overconsume. And therefore, in a too overly insured system in the world, you always have over-servicing, unnecessary treatment. Just go for extra scans, insurance paying. Stay a few more nights, insurance paying. Everything will just go sky high. I remember I went to Korea once. At the junction, a car knocked into my car. So we have a bunch of my union brothers and sisters, we all fell down. Next thing, our tour guide say, all of you go to hospital, stay 1 night. We say, we are okay. What for? She say, insurance cover in Korea. If you get into an accident, just go to hospital, stay 1 night. In the meantime, do full body checkup because the insurance pay for everything. That's when you get overconsumption. So this is an escalating cycle. This system will bound to collapse. Another proposal from the SDP is to merge 3 healthcare sectors, 3 healthcare clusters into 1 in order to save costs. We have 3 healthcare clusters today. 1 around SGH, 1 around NUH, 1 around Tan Tock Seng. Actually, we used to have only 1 cluster. It started off that way in the 80s. Then it was too big, too clumsy. Then we have 2. Then we thought better, why not make it 6? And when we made it 6, everyone started doing their own thing. It was not coordinated. Then we go back to 3, and that is more or less stable. We should learn from experience. In fact, when I become health minister, one of the first things I announced is let's not mess with the system, let's stick to 3 clusters. Because reorganization is very unsettling to all our staff. And this is especially so if the STP is thinking of merging 3 clusters into one to save costs, because it must mean a lot of retrenchments. Let me give you another example of an SDP policy that sounds appealing, but actually not workable if you think about it a little bit more. The SDP talked about mental health. It's a global problem. Everywhere in the world, mental health challenges are rising. The PAP government declared that this is a national priority, and we embark on various initiatives. For example, now we have guidelines for children. How much time must you spend on your smart device? And we have outreach teams now all across in Singapore, help individuals facing mental health challenges. The PAP has also taken the initiative. We set up a mental health group. They will drive collective action to advance mental health in Singapore. And who is in the group? Miss Mariam Jaafar. The SDP now say mental health problems is due to government policies. And then they say, let's nationalize mental health treatment. I look at these 2 sentences, actually both don't make sense. I work in MOH. MOH is full of doctors, scientists. It is a scientific, evidence-based organization. There are so many different mental health conditions attributable to different complex interlinked factors. Your physical health, your biological factors like your genetics, the bacteria in your gut, social factors, so many factors. You can't just look at one complex problem and simplify it and say it's due to government policy because it's election time. Scientific evidence is needed when we consider health policies. For many people with mental health conditions, what they also need is a change in lifestyle. More sleep, more exercise, more social engagements, slowly, like therapy, they improve. Most of this can be achieved through peer support, through friends, through mentors, through coaches to guide you along. And it's done in communities, through social organizations, through volunteers, in schools, in workplaces, in support groups. You don't really nationalize these community groups. And then there's NSP. They also have a proposal. They say develop neighborhood prosperity zones so that there are jobs and opportunities in our heartlands. I thank the NSP actually for supporting what the government has been doing for many years now. Jurong, Woodlands, Tampines, they are all regional hubs already. With all the developments we have in Sembawang, Sembawang will be a vibrant, dynamic regional hub. So the policy ideas of the opposition, either they are not sufficiently informed or they do not take into account of all our rich experiences, ourselves as well as other countries. They must start by learning from experience of ourselves and other countries. For example, I explained earlier, if we really implement the STP's single-payer system, what will happen? Premium shoot through the roof. Health insurance premium will be super high, very expensive. What happened? Many Singaporeans will not be able to afford. And we don't afford, when you go to a hospital, no insurance, they turn you away. It's not a joke. It happens in the US all the time. Insurance is so expensive because you rely solely on insurance and you cannot afford, you go to the hospital, they turn you away. Then it's truly a situation that you can die but you cannot fall sick. That is the STP's proposal. Sooner or later, you will have to introduce back subsidy for people who cannot afford your expensive insurance. And then I'm sure Singaporeans will say, why must I be insured to go to Mount E and Mount Elizabeth and Glen Eagles? I just want to go to Tan Tock Seng. I just want to go to Woodlands campus. So sooner or later, you either change all the private hospitals to public hospital, or you go back to a national insurance scheme that cover only public hospital. Basically, I tell all this story. What it means is this: you implement SDP's proposal, single payer. After a few years, you come back to something that looks like what we have today, a stool with 3 legs. So what for go one big round? Just stay with our current system, continue to improve, because it's a good system that helps all Singaporeans. Actually, I suspect that the opposition, actually they know our current policies are sound, well thought through, tested. Why do I say this? Because it's common to hear the opposition to say, it's okay to vote me in. It's okay that I become an MP. It's okay that I become a minister, because the civil servants will continue to run the country. They say that, but it's a compliment to the civil servants. But we all know civil service run things based on current laws, current policies, current system, and cannot fundamentally change the system. In other words, they are actually saying your current system works. So they know. But they say all this during an election, I think, to confuse you, so that you can vote for them. Residents of Sembawang, an important part of my job during an election is to help you scrutinize, interrogate all these statements and proposals from the opposition, so that you know that they don't work and they will do more harm than good. You can count on me to do that. I've been working on public policies for 30 years. I don't just come out during elections and talk about public policies. I belong to the team who helped us through COVID-19 crisis. And there was so much uncertainty and fear at that time. But Singaporeans trusted us to come up with the right responses. Government, in turn, trusted Singaporeans to do our part. This trust from you, I don't take for granted. It was built up over many years, through real action, through delivery of results. I hope we can continue to maintain and grow this mutual trust, so that Singaporeans, you can be rest assured, when the PAP government come up with a policy, it is designed, it is developed with you and your welfare at heart. Let me now switch gear a bit. Tomorrow is the last day of the campaign before we head into cooling off day. So I'd like to offer some reflection, something to think about during cooling off day. WP candidate Faisal Manap, in one of his rallies, he thanked President Taman and me for what? He said he thanked us for supposedly agreeing that Singapore needs a strong opposition. I'm afraid he's badly mistaken. In fact, my belief is the opposite, which is that we don't need a strong opposition. We need a strong ruling party, which is the PAP. But with a strong ruling party, at the same time, we will have a constructive opposition presence to provide check and balance. Together, they can form an effective governance systems. I think I'm one of the first ministers to say that before the campaign even started, and that there's no chance of an opposition wipeout in this GE. But what I said is not the same as wanting a strong opposition. In fact, I expressed my great fear, my great worry, that opposition can be so strong in parliament, Singapore will get caught up in paralysis. Everything gets jammed. We cannot move forward. It has happened in many democracies around the world. It can happen here. In 2011, the opposition used an analogy called the co-driver. Some of you may remember 2011. They say opposition presence in parliament is like a co-driver, sitting next to PAP, which is the driver. If the PAP driver fall asleep, the co-driver will slap his head, and you will wake up and drive again. Singaporeans, I must say, by and large, do not disagree with the analogy, and that there is a role for the opposition. That GE, the opposition won Aljunied GRC. But then when the opposition presence grow and expand to another GRC, that co-driver becomes more than a co-driver. It becomes also a backseat driver. So when you drive, he starts giving you instruction, turn left, turn right, stop, slow down. He starts suggesting, why don't you take this route, that route. To the driver, it's still okay. You take in the suggestion, you have your own GPS, you decide the route you take, you are still in charge. But you just take in the ideas and process it. Still okay. But if after this GE, the PAP loses another 3-4 GRCs, then I think likely the co-driver will have one hand on your steering wheel and say, I also want to drive. And he's bold enough, he say, my one leg also go over. You step the accelerator, I step the brake. We drive together. It will then become very dangerous. We may be at risk of crashing. And if we crash, who has the responsibility? The PAP driver. The co-driver will say, no, I'm just a co-driver. You are the main driver. I fear and I worry this is the direction that we are heading towards. The desired outcome of any GE is not to produce a certain number of opposition MPs. It is to produce an effective system of government for the people. One where the PAP government has a strong mandate. We can get work done. We can be decisive in a difficult situation. The opposition is there as a check and balance. They raise questions. They offer alternative. They play a role that is loyal to Singapore. It is an equilibrium that works for Singapore. Singapore is very small, and that is a significant disadvantage. But we make it up by being fast, by being decisive. If we are small and yet slow and uncoordinated, we have the worst of both worlds. Singapore will then be in trouble, so never go there. That's why as we go to the polls this Saturday to decide on the outcome of this GE, I hope voters will ask, if the PAP has no blank check this GE, shouldn't the opposition have no free pass? PAP candidates, we are always held to very high standards because we are the ruling party and we accept that. But opposition candidates, aspiring to have a presence in parliament, cannot just be all sound and fury either. Surely they must also be held to certain standards. For example, voters may consider, have they demonstrated their abilities to run a town council properly? Are they able to come out with sound, coherent, sensible policies that's different from today's policy but an alternative, and able to present them well in a way that you can understand so that you have a basis of comparison? Can they do that? Most importantly, do they possess good character, integrity, and honesty? Our current system of government, therefore, before this election, let me say that again, our current system of government before this election was working well. There was decisiveness, there was flexibility, we can move fast, Yet, there's also check and balance. In a crisis like COVID-19, the opposition did not obstruct us. Politics has been stable. Singapore remains a safe and trusted node in Asia, so we rebounded from COVID very strongly. And now we have a trade war, a looming crisis. The future of our country is at stake. Let's make sure we maintain this stability, make sure we maintain our position in the world after the elections, so that even with a trade war, we can seize opportunities, we can create jobs, we can attract investments to come, we can still be a shining red dot. Let me end by coming back to Sembawang West. Miss Poh Li San is in a one-to-one challenge with Dr. Chi Shun Juan. Dr. Chi has said that he decided to contest here because Sembawang is part of the STP's Northern Strategy. And if he wins, you are the beachhead for him to conquer other places in the north. Li San has no such strategic motive. She is simply here to serve you. As an anchor minister here, I've been watching Li San's campaign very closely. She approached the entire campaign with energy, with positivity, with optimism, and with happiness. Whatever she does in this campaign, she did it with Sembawang West residents at heart. So well done, Li San. When she interacts with residents, it's always with kindness and sincerity. In her speeches, what's inside her speech? It's always about work, improvement, hope, inclusivity, mutual support, trust. Li San, talked about how she shared tears of despair and with joy with her residents. This is the spirit of Sembawang. Remember what I said earlier. Remember what I said earlier in a rally? We may live together in one house. If one of our sisters got a BTO flat and move out, is she still our family? Is Li San still our family? Li San might have moved to a SMC, but she is still part of the Sembawang family. Vote for her so that she can stay in the family. Vote for her challenger and you will be out of the family. Vote for Li San and I as the anchor minister of Sembawang GRC, provided I win, can continue to work closely with her, carry out her plans and her programs. And I will always, and I promise, I will always watch over the residents of Sembawang West. Imagine if you didn't vote for Poh Li San and you wake up on the 4th of May. Life would have changed in Sembawang West. You would have lost your family. Is that what you want? Vote for Poh Li San. You wake up on 4th of May, you will be bright and sunny. Nothing changes. You are part of the Sembawang family. Is that what you want? Residents of Sembawang, residents of Woodlands, we are a family. Let our family stay strong together, and we will continue to build a better Sembawang for everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Ong Ye Kung. Beri tepukan yang paling gemuruh untuk Encik Ong Ye Kung. With all the support, I'm sure Sembawang West, SMC, Sembawang GRC will be stronger than before. Up next, our second speaker of this evening, we have representing Emirati in Sembawang GRC. Let's give a big round of applause to Mr. Vikram Nair. Beri tepukan yang paling gemuruh untuk Encik Vikram Nair.
Thank you. Good evening, residents of Sembawang West and Sembawang GRC. Now, this may be the Sembawang West rally, but let me ask, how many of you here stay in the Woodlands area? I see almost, a lot of hands up. Now, Sembawang GRC dates back to 1988, and it was a three-member GRC led by Dr. Tony Tan, together with Mr. Shanmugam and Mr. Charles Chong. That area that was Sembawang GRC stretched all the way from Yishun to Bukit Panjang. One GRC with 3 people. Now that same area today is covered by Sembawang GRC, Nisun GRC, parts of Marsiling UT GRC. What has happened? The town has grown. New developments have come up. Many of you may date back to the old Sembawang days, but there are also many new residents. And as these towns have grown, new people have come in. Now, when I first started volunteering in Chongpang in 2008, that was part of Sembawang GRC. So at that time, Sembawang Town had Woodlands Town, Sembawang Town, and parts of Nisun Town. That was all Sembawang GRC, and there were some SMCs as well. And this whole area was managed by Sembawang Town Council. So, thank you. So, the Sembawang Town Council is actually one of the oldest town councils in Singapore. It dates to 1988. And many of the other town councils that have started in this area since then, including Nisun and Marsiling UT, have had experienced people from Sembawang Town Council go over. So in many ways, we're all actually still part of one big family. Now, thank you. Now, many of you who are staying here, you'll know that there have been many developments. These towns have continued to expand. So in 2015, Woodlands Town was separated into Marsiling UT and Sembawang GRC. And since then, more BTOs have come up. So Woodlands Town now has 3 divisions of Sembawang GRC. It has the Admiralty Division, the Woodlands Division, and the Sembawang West Division, all part of one family. Now, in the last Sembawang rally, thank you, the last Sembawang rally, I had shared some of the plans that Sembawang Town Council has for Sembawang. Now, when I was discussing those plans, Sembawang, of course, included Sembawang West. Sembawang West is actually an area that I know very well. After I was elected as an MP, I moved to the Woodlands Crescent area. I was staying at North Oaks. So Woodlands Crescent Park was actually just right outside my house. My daughter spent many of her early years at Woodlands Crescent Playground, a beautiful green area, which I'm sure many of you know very well. So to me, actually, all this is really part of one big family. Now, Woodlands Crescent Park has parts of Sembawang GRC beside it, but also the Sembawang West Division. So our plans, of course, have to include both divisions. The Woodlands Crescent Park is now undergoing refurbishment works, renovation works. It'll be completed by around June. But this is one of those green areas that we hope the whole GRC will benefit from. Now, I have to say that our plans seem to be in stark contrast to what the SDP has in mind. In fact, I remember one of the first complaints the SDP had when I think Dr. Chi visited Sembawang West was to raise the issue that, why is it that Minister Ong has said Sembawang West residents may continue to use Galaxy CC when Galaxy CC is not in the Sembawang West area. To me, this suggests the SDP's plans is to treat Sembawang West as an island on its own, unconnected to the rest of Sembawang GRC. Is that what you want? Yeah. I mean, and what makes this really curious is SDP is also contesting in the rest of Sembawang GRC. So it appears that, whatever the outcome, they seem to want to keep the two places separate. This doesn't make any sense, does it? Now, some residents have shown me copies of the SDP's manifesto for Sembawang GRC. And I think what struck me was the complete absence of any plans for Sembawang and Woodlands towns. Now, they have a lot of policy suggestions, and I think Minister Ong has scrutinized their policy suggestions very well and explained quite clearly why they're not workable. But what is more interesting is this: if you are contesting an SMC, and if you're contesting maybe 2 GRCs, you are not going to be in a position to form government. So actually, they have all these policy proposals, but they will not be in any position to implement these policy proposals. What they will have to do, though, is to run the town council. But there are no details of any of their plans for Sembawang West or Sembawang GRC in their manifesto. So I think if you are running as a candidate and you have no plans to form government, running the town council should be your first priority, because that is your first responsibility, what you can implement. Now, some of you may even remember during the Punggol East by-election, the SDP had a suggestion that for this by-election, they should have a unity candidate together with the Workers' Party. And what did unity candidate mean in their view? In their view, unity candidate means SDP will go to Parliament and Workers' Party will run the town council. Unsurprisingly, Workers' Party didn't respond to this. So, yes. So, it appears to me, with the greatest respect, that SDP actually does not have a great deal of interest in running the town council, and we should be very careful letting them in. Now, in contrast, in my last rally speech, I've laid out clear plans for what we plan to do with the town council if we are elected. And let me just highlight a few examples, right, of some of these. We have 5 neighborhood renewal programs in the upcoming term. Now, all these 5 neighborhood renewal programs are in Woodlands Town. 2 of them in the Sembawang West area, 2 in Woodlands, 1 in Admiralty. And we picked the oldest neighborhoods. We're very fair about this. So in the next term, Ms. Jaafar, Miss Poh, and myself will be engaging residents to find out what are the detailed plans they want for these, and we will be implementing them. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Then next, for HIP, we have 24 blocks in Sembawang West that are currently slated for HIP, and we have another 23 blocks that we intend to have in the upcoming HIP. There are also an additional 21 blocks in the Woodlands and Admiralty areas slated for HIP. Now, all of these are major projects that would require an experienced town council to help implement. Another program. I had mentioned we have more than 700 blocks that we plan to have solar panels for. These include housing blocks and car parks. 654 of these are in Sembawang GRC, 130 are in Sembawang West. Now, this is an important part of our plans to reduce the carbon footprint and to go green. Another development I talked about was cycle tracks. So the plan is to have 45 kilometers of cycling tracks in Sembawang GRC and Sembawang West. 7 kilometers of these cycle tracks are in the Sembawang West area. Now, the aim is to connect Sembawang GRC to the wider cycle tracks around the island. Now, of course, can you imagine a cycle track with a 7-kilometer lobang? Right? Because there's some other party running that which probably hasn't thought about what they want to do with that area. Yeah, doesn't make sense, right? No. Yeah, thank you. So what I would suggest to you is that it is very important to keep Sembawang West, which is a small division, as part of Sembawang GRC, so that the same town council will be able to run both areas and bring about the experience the Sembawang Town Council has, as well as the economies of scale that a much bigger GRC will bring when negotiating for contracts and dealing with counterparties. Thank you. So, thank you. So when you, thank you. So when you make your decisions on the 4th of May, you have the PAP team, which has clear policy proposals that have worked for decades. You have an experienced town council team with the PAP that has managed Sembawang for decades, and I've been chairman for the last 7 years. So I ask you to support the PAP team, to support Miss Poh Li San in Sembawang West, and for those of you from other parts of Sembawang GRC, to support the PAP team for Sembawang GRC. Keep us all as one family so that we can bring this area forward together. Thank you all very much.
I'm back. Now I will take over MC for a while. As I mentioned earlier, I need to leave for another event to help my comrades in other constituencies. But I just want to announce the presence of somebody very special. You will know him. He has done a lot for Sembawang. Please welcome Mr. Khaw Boon Wan. Thank you very much. I'll hand over to the MC.
Thank you, Mr. Vikram. But yeah.
All right.
Look like we have some special arrangement here. Just give us a moment.
Okay. No, all right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming down and spend time with us for a while here. Woo-hoo! Okay. Wow. What I can see upstage here. Can you see something special around here? Can you see something special around here? On Monday, there was 2 roses among the thorns. And tonight, you can see he's the only thorn among the roses. Guys, give a round of applause to everybody down here. Thank you so much, guys, for coming down. I mean, we are so happy everybody can make it here. And now, the next candidates. Who doesn't know her? All right, please give a round of applause to our Miss Mariam Jaafar, Kakak MJ. Beri tepukan yang gemuruh untuk Puan Mariam Jaafar.
大家好 Vanakkam Salam sejahtera semua and good evening everyone. So I gave my first rally speech 2 nights ago at Sun Plaza. But tonight we are back in Woodlands with my OG Kampong people, and I couldn't be happier. So let me start by saying something straight. This is a team that works. This is a team that works for you. Okay. So I talked a bit last time about our Empower Woodlands program. Belanja meal at Woodlands, store at Woodlands, merchant dollar deals at Woodlands. They make a real difference to our residents to help with the cost of living. But they also make Woodlands a place full of hope, kindness, and community spirit. And as I shared in Sun Plaza, we keep doing more. So just for our Woodlands residents here, a very quick summary. 1, we will open a second store at Woodlands near Kampong Admiralty for our 600 plus residents. 2, we will launch a community scholarships for youth. And 3, we will have a caregiver support program focused on respite care. Okay. But my friends, my teammates, Li San and Vikram, they are doing the same. I really love our team. We are all professionals, all not so young, but not so old either. All dynamic and open-minded, very independent thinkers who take full ownership over our areas. But we always learn from one another. We always look for synergy. So I was very happy when Li San decided to use our BAM at Woodlands program and also launch Belanja Meal at Sembawang West. And I was very happy when Vikram opened the Admiralty Care store. And when I walk around Kampong Admiralty Hawker Center, where we have many stores participating in our SG60 Belanja Meal, I am also very happy to share about Li San's SG60 food vouchers, Vikram's SG60 market vouchers with their residents. So we want to keep this synergy because, as you heard, even though Sembawang West is now an SMC, we are still one Sembawang family. Now, Minister Ong, he is our leader, a change agent within government.
whose bold, decisive leadership have impacted all our lives, whether he was Minister of Education, Minister of Transport, or Minister for Health. Yeah. Now we have 2 new members, Shisuan and Gabriel. They will bring another level of understanding of what SMEs grapple with. And we are united in our mission and in our hearts. So, together we have made Woodlands and Sembawang a better home. As Vikram shared, we plan the major developments, we plan as a GRC. Make sure it's all interconnected. Make sure we stay true to our ethos of keeping Sembawang a very special place, preserving our heritage and our greenery. So, we have made Woodlands. Any cyclists out here who like cycling? Yeah. So we have made Woodlands and Sembawang a cycling town. And soon all our cycling paths will be fully connected internally and also from Punggol to Lim Chu Kang. We have some of the most iconic and inclusive parks and playgrounds in Singapore. Whether it's our slides at Admiralty Park or our swings at Canberra Park. Yeah? And in Woodlands, every week, you see new improvements of the week or IOTW. And many of these IOTWs are felt and enjoyed by our residents of Admiralty and Sembawang West too. Those of you who go to Kampong Admiralty, you know that we now have sheltered walkways in all directions, right? So, 3 new high-covered linkways and 1 viaduct linkway. No need for umbrella. Yeah. Kids and adults from Woodlands, from Admiralty, from Sembawang West, they play basketball, football, dodgeball, takraw together at Woodlands Sports Pavilion. And we are making our infrastructure more senior friendly. More ramps, handrails, shelters over BFA ramps. And recently my sister Li San and I, we opened the first pedestrian overhead bridge lift on Avenue 7, linking Block 708 in Sembawang West and Block 668 in Woodlands. So this is only the first of several we pushed for. So another pedestrian overhead bridge lift is coming at Block 853 to go to 888 Plaza. Anyone here living on Avenue 7, Avenue 2, Block 801 to 809? Okay, so these are some of our oldest blocks in Woodlands, which means we also have some of our oldest residents there. And so they told me how hard it is to climb the overhead bridge. 48 steps up, 48 steps down, they counted. So we will have not 1, but 2 pedestrian overhead bridge lifts on Avenue 2. At Block 802 and Block 804. Okay, wait, we have to wait a bit because LTA first has to widen Avenue 2 because of all the new BTOs over there. But bottom line, more pedestrian overhead bridge lifts are coming. And Woodlands CC is reopening. We are looking at what to put in there. New gym, new F&B, including some late night options because you asked for it. Yeah. Now, let me talk a bit about bus connectivity. You all know Service 900 now brings our residents to Woodlands South, where we have Woodlands Health Campus, Masjid Yusof Ishak, and Woodlands South Station on the TEL. And I'm pushing LTA very hard to refine other routes, including improving connectivity by bus between our residents in blocks in Street 82, the 800 plus blocks, to Admiralty MRT and our 600 plus blocks. Now, MRT, the Thompson East Coast Line. Game changer, right? Am I right? Next year, we have another game changer. Who knows what it is? Yes, RTS to JB. So, there is a lot of excitement over RTS. But if we are honest, also some concerns, especially amongst our heartland merchants. But I represent our GRC on the RTS task force and will try and get the best out of it for all of us here in Sembawang. Okay? Now, the Woodlands North area is going to be so exciting. We'll work with you to plan the facilities and amenities. But we are thinking hawker center. We are thinking new sports and recreational facilities and new commercial areas. And we will have waterfront housing. And if you have spent any time at all at Woodlands Waterfront, we know the view is beautiful, right? Yeah. So I focus, of course, on the developments in Woodlands Town. But we have equally exciting plans for Sembawang Town. You know, I used to call this place also. Everybody called this place Ulu Sembawang. But when we are done, people will call this place Ooh la la Sembawang. You like it? I didn't make this up. One of our residents wrote this on the comments in when we launched the manifesto video. But we'll keep working with you to make this Sembawang for everyone. So I want to say something about that we've heard from the opposition. Some criticize MP's role as town councillors. They call us glorified estate managers. They say only parliament is important. I think they completely miss the point. You see, every plan, every improvement we make is because you, our residents, voice a need through house visits, through MPS, through email, through social media. And these frequent touch points keep us grounded and in touch with your experience and your aspirations. They inform what we speak about in Parliament on both estate issues, whether it is airplanes flying over Admiralty or clinics in Woodlands North Plaza, or policy issues like cost of living, education reform, healthcare reform, housing. We put ourselves in your shoes every day. We speak up for you and we put empathy into action. Now, tonight, let me speak directly to our Malay Muslim community. Because as the Malay Muslim MP for Sembawang GRC, at least in the last term, I am also the advisor for MQ at Woodlands, which means I look after our Malay Muslim community across Sembawang GRC, together with all our local advisors. Okay. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya faham bahawa ramai di sini, terutama masyarakat Melayu Islam, inginkan pemimpin yang faham akan keperluan unik masyarakat kita, yang faham susah senang kita, harapan kita. Saya tahu apa artinya memperjuangkan nilai-nilai Melayu Islam ke dalam dunia moden. Saya tahu ada terutamanya penduduk Sembawang West yang telah menjadi SMC yang mungkin bertanya, siapa nak jaga kita? Saya nak jawab malam ni, saya jaga dan saya akan terus jaga. Di mana saja ada berada, di Woodlands, Admiralty, Canberra, Sembawang Central atau di Sembawang West, saya jaga bersama mereka. Kami turun padang, kami dekati anda, kami mendengar dan kami membantu, tapi bukan sekadar membantu. Kami mengangkat, kami memimpin. Kami mengangkat suara dan harapan masyarakat di parlimen. Dan saya buat dengan ikhlas demi menyambung perjuangan membina masyarakat Melayu Islam yang kuat, bersatu dan dihormat. Dengan M Kuasa 3 di Woodlands, kita menyatukan tenaga dari Mendaki, Muiz dan Mesra untuk bantu keluarga kita, sokong anak muda kita dan pastikan tidak ada sesiapa yang tercicir. Kami dorong anak-anak muda dengan program seperti Mendaki Tuition Scheme, Kelab Matematika, mentoring. Dan sekarang kami akan menyediakan tuition percuma untuk 500 anak-anak dari keluarga berpendapatan rendah di Sembawang GRC dan Sembawang West. Dan kami juga memberi bantuan kewangan melalui pelbagai program sosial, termasuk pelajar madrasah dan asatiza. Di Woodlands, tiap-tiap tahun kami memberi bursary atau derma siswa kepada pelajar dari keluarga berpendapatan rendah, dari darjah 1 hingga ke universiti. Sejak saya menjadi AP Woodlands, kita pastikan pelajar madrasah pun mendapat beasiswa ini. Kita tidak tinggalkan siapa-siapa, kita jaga semua. Saya akan menggalakkan rakan-rakan sepasukan saya untuk cuba amalan ini juga. Kami sokong ibu tunggal, penjaja kecil dan usahawan Melayu. Kami memberi peluang bagi HBB dan penjaja kecil untuk menjual barangan mereka di flea market dan di Bazar Raya Utara. Setiap tahun Bazar Raya Utara kita makin terkenal, makin best. Encik Masagos sendiri menyatakan, sudah macam tahap kampung gelam. Tapi tahukah anda, sebenarnya Bazar Raya Utara di Woodlands terletak dalam Sembawang West. Jadi kita mesti pastikan Sembawang West kekal dalam keluarga besar Sembawang. Bagaimana caranya? Undilah lisan. Dia sering bersama kita, turun padang, sentiasa berkhidmat. Dia rajin membantu warga emas kita, rajin bersama karya 19 dan karya 21. Kekalkan pasukan yang kuat dan bersatu. Di tengah-tengah denyut nadi komuniti kita, ada satu lagi kekuatan akar umbi, iaitu karya Woodlands. Karya adalah sistem sokongan yang Islam ajar kita sejak zaman Nabi. Kenal jiran, bantu saudara dan jaga masyarakat. Dan selama saya di sini, saya tidak akan lepas menyokong karya Woodlands. Sokong karya membuat solat terawih di bawah blok. Sokong karya 25 dan karya 31 membuat solat raya di Woodlands Sports Pavilion. Sebenarnya karya juga banyak sokong saya. Seperti usaha mengumpul dana buat saudara-saudara kita di Gaza. Karya 12, karya 14, 21, 25, 31. Semua menyokong dengan kutipan dana sewaktu solat terawih. Karya 29, walau tidak menganjur solat terawih, turut menyokong. Secara keseluruhan, dengan inisiatif ini dan juga inisiatif Rock untuk Rakyat, komuniti kita berjaya mengumpul dana sebanyak 300,000 untuk Gaza. Alhamdulillah. Yang saya juga bangga, karya kita diketuai oleh penduduk-penduduk Woodlands sendiri, termasuk pemimpin muda seperti Syafiq dan Bashar dari karya 21 di Sembawang West. Ya. Mereka gerakkan sukarelawan belia. Saudara-saudari, dengan kuasa 3 Woodlands dan Karya, kita telah bina asas yang kuat. Tapi ini baru permulaan. Di parlimen saya membawa suara anda. Saya lawan diskriminasi. Saya perjuangkan peluang yang adil bagi anak-anak kita dan karyawan-karyawan kita. Di sekolah, di tempat kerja dan dalam kehidupan. Sebab saya percaya dan saya tahu anda juga percaya. Masyarakat Melayu Islam kita boleh. Kita boleh merapatkan jurang dengan kaum-kaum lain. Jadi mari kita bangkitkan bahawa masyarakat Melayu Islam bukan golongan pinggiran. Kita buktikan bahawa suara Woodlands dan suara Sembawang, suara utara, bukan suara yang dilupakan. Kita buktikan bahawa diberi peluang, kita boleh terajui, kita boleh memimpin dan kita boleh berjaya. Tapi saya tidak boleh buat ini seorang diri. Saya dan pasukan saya, kami perlukan sokongan anda, mandat anda, semangat anda. Kami perlukan anda berdiri bersama kami, teruskan gerakan ini. Bukan setakat pilihan raya, tetapi untuk masa depan anak-anak kita. Dengan mandat yang lebih kuat, kita boleh buat lebih banyak, lebih besar, lebih jauh. Jadi undilah PAP untuk GRC Sembawang. Undilah Poh Li San untuk Sembawang West SMC. Kekalkan pasukan yang kuat, bersatu dan ikhlas. Friends, as some of you may know, in my job, I am a senior partner at Boston Consulting Group, the first Malay senior partner at BCG globally. When I was elected partner, I received many congratulatory messages. But one I remember always came all the way from New York City, from a Malay Singaporean girl in our IT team. I never met her before. But she emailed me, she wrote to me, to say how proud she was to see a Singaporean Malay woman make it to partner. How it gave her motivation to work harder and achieve more. And when I was elected member of parliament here and shared my journey from my childhood to today, I read a comment by a young lady. I think it's a young lady, though you never really know with social media. She wrote, "Kalau dia boleh, kita pun boleh. Kalau dia boleh, kita pun boleh." Translation, if she can, we can. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve you, to be your Kaka MJ. Thank you, we love you too. Now you hold all the power. We ask for your support. Keep our family together so we can continue to walk this journey with you, humbly, sincerely, with all our hearts. So vote for the People's Action Party for Sembawang GRC. Vote for Poh Li San for Sembawang West SMC. Majulah Singapura. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Mariam. Beri tepukan yang paling gemuruh untuk Puan Mariam Jaafar, Kakak MJ. Now, here comes the highlight of this evening. Let's hear from our final candidate from the newly formed Sembawang West SMC, Miss Poh Li San. Beri tepukan yang paling gemuruh untuk Puan Poh Li San.
Dearest residents from Woodlands, Admiralty, Sembawang West, and friends from Singapore, a very good evening to all of you. 大家晚上好。Selamat malam. Male vanakkam. Thank you for joining us this evening. Please allow me to start my speech in Malay first, followed by Mandarin, and then in English. Saudara dan saudari, pakcik dan makcik, apa kabar? Terlebih selalu, saya ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih atas sokongan padu yang anda berikan sepanjang 5 tahun ini. Saya amat bersyukur dan rasa bertuah kerana dapat berkhidmat untuk masyarakat Melayu dan Muslim kita di sini. Sepanjang 5 tahun lalu, banyak perkara telah kita lakukan bersama, dari agihan bubur dan majlis iftar Ramadan hinggalah sambutan bulan bahasa. Semua ini merapatkan hubungan kita dan memupuk semangat kebersamaan yang kuat. Saya juga berpeluang mengenali ramai sahabat dari masyarakat Melayu. Saya belajar banyak tentang bahasa, budaya dan tradisi anda yang penuh dengan nilai dan keindahan. Antara yang saya kenali ialah Cik N yang kini berusia 70-an. Saya bertemu beliau dan arwah suaminya semasa pandemik COVID-19. Mereka tinggal berdua di flat 2 bilik dan menghadapi masa yang sukar. Suaminya sakit kanser tahap akhir. Mereka juga menghadapi masalah kewangan. Pasukan saya segera membantu dengan bantuan kewangan untuk keperluan harian serta rawatan kerubatan. Kami juga meminta seorang sukarelawan untuk menziarahi dan menyokong Cik N. Setiap bulan, Cik N juga menerima sayur-sayuran segar dari taman komuniti kita. Saya bersyukur kerana kita semua dapat temani Cik N dalam saat-saat sukar ini. Beliau tidak keseorangan, beliau disokong oleh masyarakat yang berjiwa kampung dan penuh kasih sayang. Dalam pilihan raya umum ini, saya sekali lagi menawarkan diri saya untuk berkhidmati di Sembawang West SMC. Saya berjanji, saya akan terus menjaga kebajikan masyarakat Melayu dan Muslim di kawasan sini. Fokus saya jelas, menjaga kesihatan warga emas kita, membuka lebih banyak peluang pekerjaan untuk orang dewasa dan memastikan anak-anak kita mendapat pendidikan yang terbaik. Saya mau lihat masyarakat kita hidup dalam suasana harmoni, saling menyokong, saling membantu. Akhir kata, dengan rendah hati, saya mohon sokongan dan undi anda semua. Bersama-sama, mari kita membina masa depan yang lebih cerah. Terima kasih. Terima kasih. 亲爱的三巴旺西居民们，大家好。过去5年里，我每周都走访社区做家访，参与社区活动和接见选民活动。我结识了许多的居民，很多都成为了好朋友。非常感谢大家。 我们的大哥大姐、阿公阿嬷的爱戴和支持，我在基层服务时也感觉特别的亲切和温馨。我满心感恩，继续代表人民行动党在三巴旺西单选区竞选。 虽然三巴旺西被划分成为单选区，实际上还是与三巴旺集选区，我们是同一支的团队。我与王以康部长和团队还会继续的密切合作，服务大家。 从一开始，我就致力于建设一个充满关爱与健康的社区，同时打造绿色和安全的生活环境。我家中有2位80岁的父母，这几年他们的健康逐渐的衰退。从照顾我年迈的父母的旅程中，我学习了许多。 也了解了夹心层的居民在精神方面的担忧和经济方面的负担，所以我启动了许多项计划，鼓励我们年长的居民保持身体健康与活跃。我们组织了140多场活动，也启动了 一系列的节目，来支持患有失智症的居民，扶持他们的家属，例如周日的茶舞活动和家属互助小组。接下来的5年里，我将继续举办活动，鼓励我们的年长者保持活跃，并且帮助 有经济需要的家庭应付生活开支和医疗费用。我们在一区大多数的祖屋已经接近了30年的屋龄，需要翻新整修。在未来的5年内，我将与
建物发展局和市政理事会密切合作，确保我们的翻新活动能够顺利进行。居民的安全，尤其是年长者的安全，一直是我心中最重要的事。过去，许多住在靠近大排708的阿公阿嬷告诉我，这阵老了，脚骨无力，无便白楼梯，还是无着心脏无力，真正喘。帮忙做个电梯，现有人过个天桥、个天桥，到无安尼真力。过去我们年长者在使用行人天桥时非常吃力，因为没有电梯嘛，有时候会冒险的横穿我们的乌兰区大道大马路，这让我非常的担心。所以这2年，我向陆路交通局诉求，为这座天桥加装电梯，方便大家通行。在陆路交局的大力支持下，1个月前，电梯终于开始启用了。这不仅更安全，也让我们年长的居民、行动不便的朋友出行时更加的方便。最近我在做家访时，许多年长者的居民跟我道谢，他们说：“我真的感谢你人，我这阵会使坐这电梯出门。”真正方便，我真欢喜。因为现在我们的阿公阿嬷不再需要忍痛爬楼梯，或者是冒险穿越第7大道了。我心里感觉非常的安心和欣慰。我要特别感谢我们的陆路交通局的团队的努力。也要感谢大家这段时间的耐心和理解。这项改善是属于大家的成果，是我们一起努力的结果。同样的，在我们三八旺西的第2篇章中，我也会继续的聆听居民的声音，把我们的社区建设的更加的安全、更加的便利。我也会继续与政府部门和市政理事会紧密合作，修建更多的便利设施，例如修建更多的无障碍坡道、有盖走廊等等。各位大哥大姐、阿公阿嬷，我会继续用心努力的为我们的居民服务，建立一个更美好的居住环境。希望我们三八旺西的大哥大姐能够无忧无虑的享受退休，我们的阿公阿嬷也能在这里平安健康的安享晚年。请您支持我与人民行动党，请您投我们你宝贵的一票，谢谢大家。Dear residents, our dearest residents, neighbors and friends, A very good evening to all of you. Let me begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you for welcoming me into your homes, into your lives, and into your community. Thank you for your trust, your feedback, your participation, your support, and the opportunity you have given me to serve as part of this vibrant community over the past 5 years. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your representative. I have voiced your concerns in the Parliament on issues that matter to you most, from upgrading infrastructure to improve public health, to supporting seniors to age in place, creating better job opportunities for young people, and improving housing provisions for families, and so on. I understand the stresses that residents feel on bread and butter issues. I will continue to speak up for our residents, especially on securing jobs in a more challenging economic environment and keeping a lead on the cost of living to help residents better cope with cost pressures. Over those 5 years, we have accomplished a lot. We have seen our neighborhood grow stronger, safer, and more connected. We have improved our shared spaces, expanded support for our seniors, developed more community initiatives, and built deep relationships based on mutual respect and collaboration. We have made real progress together. I personally met more than 10,000 residents and assisted them. We have held over 500 community events, 140 active aging programs and gatherings, and started 16 sports groups and more than 30 weekly fitness workouts. To keep us green, we have planted close to 100 trees and organized sustainability programs such as recycling drives and distribution of rescued fruits and vegetables. We have implemented Project Wolbachia, reducing dengue cases from a few hundreds in 2022 to now nearly zero. We have built dedicated cycling paths along Woodlands Avenue 9 and now around Woodlands Circle, around us now, to keep our pedestrians safe. We have also added a lift to the pedestrian overhead bridge along Woodlands Avenue 7 in front of Block 708. Our revamp of Woodlands Crescent Park and neighborhood renewal program for blocks 714 to 720 will soon be completed in June. And these are just some examples of all the improvements that we have made. Sembawang West is now much more vibrant, safer, and more connected than ever before. Beyond our Sembawang West SMC, we have a bigger extended family around us, just like what Minister Ong, Mr. Vikram, and Miss Mariam Jaafar has shared just now. Minister Ong Ye Kung, Mr. Vikram Nair, Miss Mariam Jaafar, our new colleagues, Mr. Gabriel Lam and Mr. Ng Si Shen, and their teams are always here to support us. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for supporting us. And we will continue to work closely together always as one big family. And our residents will also benefit from the latest facilities around us, including Bukit Canberra, Woodlands Health Campus, and the upcoming developments, including the RTS connecting to Johor Bahru, the North-South Corridor connecting to the city, and the new developments in Woodlands North Coast and in the Senoko area after Sembawang Shipyard relocates to Tuas. These are all wonderful and exciting developments for our residents. Do you agree? Over the past 5 years, we have laid the foundation for something special. And now we must decide who will take us forward. Tonight I stand before you not just to reflect on our journey, but also to speak about the road ahead, about chapter 2 of our shared story. If you give me the honor of continuing to serve you, here's what we'll do together. We will double down on what matters most. We will renew and modernize our homes and shared spaces, making Sembawang West a more vibrant and livable town. We will expand support for our seniors, ensuring dignity, activity, and care in their golden years. We will strengthen mental wellness programs, especially for our youth and working adults, because we know a healthy community isn't just about physical infrastructure, it's about emotional resilience and strong social bonds. And we will enhance inclusivity and accessibility so that every resident, regardless of your age, your background, or your ability, feels he or she truly belongs here. And we will do all this while being physically responsible, transparent, and always present for the people we serve. Because Sembawang West is our home, is worth every ounce of our energy and time. We have done the hard work. I've watched this journey with you from town hall meetings to void deck chats, from senior activity centers to youth engagement events. I've celebrated your milestones and stood by you during challenging times. This is the essence of public service, not just showing up for a speech, but standing by you every day after that. The economy remains uncertain, the world is changing rapidly, and the challenges we face are very real. This is not the time for rhetoric or reinvention. This is the time for steady, trusted leadership. So let me leave you with this. This election is not about who speaks the loudest. It's not about personalities. It's about people. It's about purpose. And it's about progress. Real, visible, meaningful progress. On the 3rd of May, Saturday, you hold the power to shape Chapter 2 of Sembawang West. And I urge you to think not just about promises, but about performance. Not just about politics, but about people. Let us choose continuity. Let us choose credibility, and let us choose community-first leadership. Together, let us write a chapter 2 that we can all be proud of, one that is filled with care, growth, and opportunity for everyone who calls Sembawang West home. And on a personal note, many politicians say the more you serve in public life, the faster you age. Even my fellow parliamentarian, Miss Sylvia Lim, implied recently in her rally speech that her hair is turning white. And at this rate that we are going, I'm just about 2 steps away from looking much older. But hey, even if I end up with a full head of white hair and a lot more wrinkles, I'll wear them like a badge of honor as your MP. So dear residents, vote wisely, vote with your hearts, vote for a secure future, vote for Sembawang West to be the Singapore that we are building together. Thank you and good night.
Thank you to Miss Poh Li San and to the rest of our outstanding candidates, Mr. Ong Ye Kung, Mr. Vikram Nair, and Miss Mariam Jaafar. Please give another big round of applause to all our candidates. What an incredible evening. We have heard from leaders who are grounded, passionate, and fully focused on serving you, Sembawang and Woodlands residents.
Tonight's rally is more than just pictures. It's about each and every one of you. Your voice matters. Your votes matters. And together, we shape our future together.
Let's finish strong. Raise those flags, presidents. Where's your flags? Raise them up. Raise them up higher.
Let's now get up to our grand finale. Can we also invite the other two candidates from the Sembawang family up on stage to join us? Mr. Ong Shushin, Mr. Gabriel Lam.
With full spirit and pride, let's raise the cool with our loudest PAP cheer for the sudden success of the party. Everyone, follow my lead and repeat after me. Can you all do that? Boleh tak semua ikut apabila saya nanti cakap, semua boleh? Tak dengar lah, boleh ke tak boleh? Okay. Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Okay, the final one I want to hear much more louder. Can you say it louder than this? Boleh tak? Saya tak dengar lah. Lagi kuat boleh? Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Well done. Thank you, everybody.
From all of us, we thank you for supporting PAP. Let's stay united. Vote for PAP.
All right, so we'll see you on the polling day on 3rd May. Until then, have home safely and have a wonderful night ahead. Dan saya ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada anda semua. Okay, all right, I have a request. Can we say one more time? Can we say that? Oh, you are okay. We'll say that. Okay. Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah Singapura!